Representative Moreno. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Just real quick, we have a lot of people in here that are important. We have county chair leaders, we have club leaders, club presidents, people who give time, talent, treasure to all of our initiatives. So thank you for coming out. This is just super special. We have Representative Lorenz and Brian. Without further ado, this is for you.
All right, thanks a lot. Hey, welcome to the 60th District. Now, this is the District of Champions, and I'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second, but with it being Mother's Day, where's Tony?
Right
Tony,
here.
where are you?
Right here.
I want to acknowledge Tony Evans and all the great work that she does, especially on Mother's Day, okay? And all the things that you did when you were working at the schools. You're almost like a mother to two nice triplets and Henry, and so we really appreciate you. And so if you're a mom, if you're my wife, if you're my mom, which is, she's, I don't know where she is, but if you're a mother, we love you, we appreciate you. Let your family spoil you this weekend and have a great time, okay? So let's give all our moms a round of applause. I'm really honored and privileged to introduce Bernie. I've got to know him over the last couple of years. And as I mentioned early, the 60th District is the District of Champions. Bernie's our champion down in Washington. He's working on immigration reform. He's working on securely getting legislation passed to make our banking system much better. And he's just a great guy, no nonsense business person that understands and cuts through the red tape. You know, I'm the sponsor of the REINS Act here in Ohio, and I think that Bernie and I have a lot in common because in our jobs, we want to return government to the people. So enough about me. Let's all give Bernie a big hand. Thank you, Bernie, for being here today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming out on a Saturday morning and hearing what we have to say here, give you an update. I'm here actually more to listen to all of you, though. So I'm going to give just a quick reminder of what happened over the last 2 years, how we got here, and then take any questions you may have. So first of all, remember my campaign really started a little over 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was up against a guy that nobody thought could be beaten. He had won 18 of 19 elections. He had 98% name ID. Mine was 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. The margin of error on those polls was also 4%, so they could have been 0. And he raised $300 million. So we went through a very, very brutal election. People always ask me, like, how did you beat Sherrod Brown? Like, and by the way, none of we beat him. We kept it at 46% of the vote. So that was pretty remarkable. But the answer is because of all of you. And I knew that you were my secret weapon. You went out there, you put up yard signs, you passed out literature, you made phone calls, you knocked on doors. We had meetings after meetings after meetings and spread the word. We had the energy and momentum on our side because it was time for a change. So really, thank you from the bottom of our heart for making that happen. So thank you guys very, very much. Now with that, I'm actually going to stop there because I want you guys to drive the conversations that we have this morning. So let me just remind you that my race was the most expensive Senate race in American history, $550 million.
Wow.
230 million of that was negative attack ads against me. So quite frankly, at the end of the campaign, I hated me. So you can't possibly hurt my feelings. So let's have a very blunt, open, honest conversation. Tell me what's on your mind. What do you think about? And no questions off limits. Yes, sir.
So just to go back a month, I just want to say that I like what you had to say with Caitlin Collins on CNN about the tariffs. And that was what? Right about that time when they were starting to come out, beginning of April.
Yeah, you know, obviously the auto industry is near and dear to my heart. So because of Joe Biden's policies, which was basically forcing everybody to drive an electric vehicle, car companies were subsidizing electric vehicles to lower the price so that people would buy them more. and then raising the price of gas cars to compensate. So during Biden's 4 years, car prices went up $8,000.
Wow.
Now, you'll hear the media and the Democrats say, well, if these tariffs kick in, car prices could go up $6,000. You know how much car prices have gone up right now? 0.
Oh.
In some ways, some car companies have lowered prices, like Ford and Stellantis, which have put in place employee pricing. So that's just the dishonesty of the media, right? So the point to Caitlin was, look, you're concerned about something that might happen and ignoring what actually did happen. And the good news is, next week, we're gonna do something that has not really hit the media at all. It's actually pretty historic. We're gonna, for the first time in 51 years, stop allowing California to have a different emission standard than the rest of the country. That's a huge deal. And that, as a result, you're gonna see car prices start to drop because you don't have that subsidy. So we're gonna do that next week. It's something called a Congressional Review Act, which lets us invalidate the administration's rules, the prior administration's rules. Now, you'll hear the Democrats, so just mark my words, on Tuesday, you're gonna start to see it in the news like crazy, that the Republicans are blowing up the filibuster. That is absolutely not true. I just want to give you a sense of how corrupt the machine is in DC. So the EPA set a rule around California waivers, submitted it to Congress for evaluation. The GAO, the Government Accountability Office, in 3 days, put out a guidance that said, well, those waivers for California are not rules. It's a guideline for a specific order to one entity, which is totally false because there's 18 states in DC that do it. So then the Senate parliamentarian, which is kind of like the referee, says, well, if it's not a rule, the Congressional Review Act does not apply. That was her opinion. So it means that we're not supposed to vote on it because she said you can't vote on this. So we have to take 2 votes sometime next week to say she made the wrong decision, which by the way she did. But the Democrats are gonna say that that's eliminating the filibuster, overriding the will of the parliamentarian. Now, of course, the ultimate irony is that every senator on the Democrat side serving today actually voted to get rid of the filibuster last year. And the 6 new Democrats campaigned on getting rid of the filibuster. And now they're saying, oh my God, I can't believe the Republicans are doing this. So you're gonna see the media see words like the Republicans are exercising a nuclear option, this is unprecedented, they're destroying the institution. That is all intended to get 2 or 3 or 4 of my colleagues to crack and not vote for this. Now, by the way, let me tell you what happens if we fail.